reading your book, like the last couple of years for me have been so absurd that I've been like kind of uncomfortable, been like, this is just too weird. Reading your book made me feel way better because I thought,
Good.
okay, other people experience this weirdness, so that's great. So, what do you think about that all?
I do believe in God. The word spiritual, I have a bit of a scathing relationship with because I think it's become a bit of an excuse. People throw that. Oh, no, 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 I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual. And I'm always like to say, let's go back as a prescriptionist. Let's go back to the original root word of what religion means. It comes
I
from
say that.
ligare and re. Then ligare means to bind together, and re means again. To bind together again is what religion means. Well, that's what everyone I'm talking to that's saying they're only spiritual is talking about. So I'm like, actually, you are religious, and let's not give credit. Don't just say you're spiritual because religion has been bastardized by man along the way and corporatized and excluded people along the way. Let's take it back. Let's take the word back and not make it the outcast word because I don't believe it is. So yes, I am religious. Look, I know we have our hands on the wheel. I know we can self determine. Now, what is that dance between responsibility and fate? Boy, they're hand in hand. I'm not sure who's leading all the time, but everything from right now back, if we look at it and deconstruct it, it's a science. We can connect all the dots of how we got to right here. Going forward's a mystery, though. But if it is all just faith, then freaking take your hands off the wheel and run the red lights. See what happens. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Short term, it won't. You'll go off the cliff. We are steering. We're steering by our choices. But then I've had, as you saw in the book, I have had so many celestial suggestions or things that came in my lap that I'm like, how and where did that? Wow. And was I responsible for them? Sometimes, you know, I wouldn't have met my now wife, mother of my children, who got in a wreck on the way to the club that she was where I met her, car totaled. And she goes through her head what she was taught by her godmother, which is when things happen like that, it's either the devil trying to keep you from getting to where you're going, or God protecting you not to go there. And on that night, before I knew her, she said to herself, "No, no, I'm going. There's a reason I'm going here tonight. I'm not letting this car got totaled on a Saturday night. Usually go home. You usually don't go off to go have the drink. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm calling it a night." She said, "No." She goes, what if she, one, doesn't get in that wreck and gets there, I don't know, earlier, so she leaves earlier and I never met her. I don't know. What if she says, that's enough, I'm going back home, I totaled my car. I don't meet her. I don't know. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Do I meet her somewhere else? I don't know. But I mean, so there's certain things that you look back and you add up and you go, boy, I got fortunate there. How did those dots connect? Or I got unfortunate there. How do those dots connect? So I'm not sure. Again, I think that's another part of the art of living. When we can do it well is when do we play who's leading what? Where are we self-determining and where is it already written? Because everything up to right now was already written. It's done. You go, oh, it makes perfect sense. I look back, the dots connect. It's a science. I can add it up. Even if I don't understand it, it adds up. But going forward, here we are. We're off on another mystery. All right, I believe our hands are on the wheel. I don't know if God is laying the pavement in front of us or is actually the pavement's being laid exactly when we make the choice. I don't know. But after it's done, you're like, oh, well, obviously that was written. Yeah, that was meant to be. Obviously that was the divine order. So I don't know. It sure is interesting though to think about and try and measure at times forever, you know?